And welcome to Midweek Gaming. I'm Nick on the other side of the comms, of course, Justin providing his usual commentary and, well, whatever else he feels like he wants to. So, interesting week in the world of gaming this week. I actually wanted to do a little bit of an expose on movie tie-in games, but while I was playing Warframe today, I saw, dare I say, cross-save is now a thing. So I thought, hey, let's do cross-save. And let's talk about it.
He's
So
very
yeah, it's a
interested.
thing. It certainly is. People have been wanting Warframe itself is an interesting game because it lends itself really well to be because it's an old game, right? It's 10 years old at this point already. A year older than Destiny. Like the whole franchise of Destiny, that is, not Destiny 2. And it's actually on every platform you can basically have it at this point. It's on Switch, it's on Xbox, it's on PlayStation, it started on PC, now it's starting on mobile. Apparently the release for iOS is actually like either just out or right around the corner, one of those two, I don't remember. Why they decided to work on iOS instead of the Google Play Store or just regular stuff in general first is beyond me. Maybe they just thought it was easier. I don't know. Not angry at all. No, you're angry. I'm not angry. But anyways. So,
I'm not upset. You're upset.
so yeah, that's where it is. Although the other version of it on the regular phone stores that are not Apple should be later this year, we're told. So yeah, basically it's everywhere where there should be stuff. Now, of course, what's the point of having so many versions if there's no cross play or cross save to it? Cross play was already implemented for a while now. So people on other accounts, or on other platforms, provided they had it enabled, could actually lobby in with people from other accounts, so they could actually mass together on one giant thing. But there was no cross trading or anything. That was still in the works. But now with cross save, not only can you play with other people, you can also play on other platforms. So if you've got a lot of friends, so let's just say you wanted to get it on, I don't know, PC for some reason, because you get the chance to play more PC than you do PlayStation, but you started on PlayStation. Well, Warframe is not a game where you just drop it and tomorrow morning you're back to where you started. It is a very long grind. A game that has been out for 10 years straight will do that to you. So, yeah, now you can. And if you want to play mobile version, you can too, whenever that comes out. At least the regular version, the iOS version, is potentially already out. Again, I am not angry at all about that, but that's just... But now that cross-save itself is also a thing, also comes things like trading. For those who don't know, there are clans like there is in Destiny, but unlike in Destiny, you can actually do more things with the clan than just, commutative XP and the occasional reward. There are actually certain events, one of them that came recently, that are actually strictly for clans. But anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. With cross-save also comes the actual ability to cross-trade, because again, they were holding off implementing cross-trading until they got cross-save implemented. So now you can actually trade with people from other platforms as well, which is interesting because let's see how that affects the Prime market. I don't imagine it'll affect it too much, honestly, but maybe we'll have a wider variety of things to buy if you're in the Prime market for Prime parts, or if you're just selling Prime junk, which I actually don't do that much. I probably should have plenty of my Prime stuff. But anyways, so yeah, now you can actually trade with people on other platforms now as well. But there are actually more reasons than just, hey, it's a thing that I wanted to talk about on this stream today. Or this video, I should say. Stream, video, whatever.
What have you?
What have you. Comparing it to Destiny's cross-save, because again, they aren't the first people to implement cross-save into a game. Though it is becoming industry standard these days, or is trying to be, and that's good, I like that. It's actually a bit more complicated than, say, the way Destiny implemented it, where it was pretty much just, now you can do it, just press a button, and now it's done. For instance, you actually have to make a PC account in order to do cross-save. Now, allow me to explain a bit more in detail. The way cross-save works is there's either linking or merging. Now, the merging is only a one-time thing, and that's only for accounts that have been around since, I think, September 25th of last year or before. So if you made an account only just recently, forget it, you're not eligible. But basically, that'll make your accounts into one solidary account. Now, linking is where most of the things are going to be probably done. So when you actually set it up right, you actually need to actually make a PC version of a Warframe account. Now, you don't actually have to do anything with this PC account. You don't actually have to log in and make a whole new character or anything. You just set it up, and basically what will end up happening is, I guess that's where they're keeping all the master data, because otherwise you constantly have to reference other consoles for it. And that might be a bit of an issue with the tech, because you constantly have to,
be going back and
contact
forth
PlayStation.
with everything.
Yeah, so it's easier if they just keep all the files themselves locally, or the master file itself on their own side, so that's probably why they require the PC account. Again, you don't really need to do anything on this PC account, just make one. And then when you actually try to link your accounts, just pick whichever account you want to be the primary account, they're calling it. So which one do you want to have all the data pulled over from and end up becoming the kind of baseline going forward? So in case of myself, I started off on PlayStation back in 2015, something like that. So pretty early on into the game's lifespan. So I just chose that one as my primary, and now my PC account is overwritten with the primary things. So now I technically have a PC account as well that I can play on, Steam, or just a straight up launcher from them if you want to. But, so if you are wondering, it's not an automatic thing. You actually have to make a PC account if you don't already have one, and then you can cross-play, or then you can use cross-save, because then it'll allow you to basically use the PC as a master account, or you'll be able to, well, never mind. You get the point, hopefully.
Yeah, you'll be able to go and easily go from one account to, like, one type of account to another.
Another thing that is interesting, worth bringing up, is platinum purchases. Let's just run down the list of things that'll come around with this whole thing, because actually some of this caught me off guard too. Platinum purchases, the game's premium currency. Now, you would think that... Now, actually, what they have in Warframe is actually better off than what they have in Destiny. For those who don't know, quite ironically, Destiny also has a premium currency called Platinum, but they're not related. I guess Platinum is just a common name for premium currencies. I don't know. But anyways.
Yeah.
So, unlike in the case of Destiny, where once you have a account that is crossplay, your actual Platinum store is unique to each one of your individual accounts. So my guess is the way Bungie did it is they kept everything semi-localized as well, and maybe they're just keeping the data on their own back end just discreetly. In the case of Warframe, though, what they're ending up doing is, because there's a lot more case of prime purchases there, and there's a whole economy based around it, what they instead ended up doing is that they have one cumulative shared wallet. So once you cross-save your accounts and you start getting a cross-save account going, that account itself will have one cumulative Platinum wallet. So any purchases of Platinum on PlayStation, on Xbox, on PC, all of that Platinum purchases will be added to and subtracted from, for any future purchases, from said cumulative wallet, which you can view in-game. And it's just the Platinum wallet. That said, there is one very specific exception to this. Well, going back and forth. It makes it better than Destiny, like I said, though, because now you don't need to worry about how much platinum you have or premium currency you have on each one's specific account, which can make things a lot easier and easier to manage. That said, though, there is one exception to this, and I don't really know why. For some reason, Nintendo Switch Platinum, however, will still be kept as its own separate thing. Any purchases using said Platinum will go into the cross-save account, but the Platinum wallet itself will be kept very centralized to Nintendo Switch. Why they're having to do this, I don't know. Maybe it's Nintendo being Nintendo. I don't know. So, just know going forward that if you do you'd make a cross-save account for Warframe, all of your Platinum will be pooled into a singular wallet, except the one on your Switch. That'll be kept separate. Speaking of Platinum, let's cover another thing that you often use Platinum to buy, Tenogen. Tenogen, for those who don't know, is basically just community-created skins, which the developers then model and add into the game. And of course, the creators themselves actually get commission based on the sales of said skins. So it's not a bad system. Now, how they're dealing with it in terms of how Tenogen works, because remember, it's not just Digital Extremes who's getting the money here, it's also split between the developers, or the creators, I should say. What's ending up happening is that any Tenogen bought prior to, I think, also the same day for the merging account, so September 25th, I think, last year, that'll be migrated over to the central account as well, your main crossplay account. However, you get what I mean. However, any Tenogen bought after that date will remain localized to wherever you bought it. The reason they're giving for doing this is basically to make as least impact to the creators of the Tenogen as possible. Because remember, prior to this system, the Tenogen was implemented on each of the individual platforms. However, each of the individual Platinum sales were going to the creators in terms of commission. But if everything was localized now, that would take a bite out of the commission these creators are getting. So that might not make them happy. So this is just to make sure they don't get impacted that much. So, we've covered the actual bits and bobs behind the cross-save. We've covered the Platinum Wallet issue. We've covered the Tenogen issue. I don't want to say issue, but yeah. We've covered that cross-trading is now a thing. Let me think here. Is there anything I'm forgetting to cover?
You tell me.
As I think in the background, insert, processing noises. One thing you should be aware of, and I'm not sure if this is just a technical limitation on the systems or not. I myself have gone through the process of creating a cross-save account already. I actually just did it before the stream started, funny enough, while I was eating dinner. So I do know what the process is like. I'm not talking out of my arse here. However, there is one thing you should probably be aware of, and don't freak out, and I'm just pointing it out because I kind of freaked out at first as well. When you log into your account, your main PC account, or whatever primary account, your main PC account will become your main Warframe account when you log into the game. It'll show as, that and your alias and all that stuff. It'll all be cumulative into one account, your data and everything, but the PC stats will show. It'll also show your Platinum as well under your account, like always. However, when you first log in, it'll actually show as 0. Don't freak out! If you go to any other page, like let's say you log in and then you go to the account management page, it'll load up all the Platinum from your cumulative wallet, again, minus Switch. So don't freak out if you see 0 when you first log in after you create a Switch account and your $200-something of Platinum is now gone. It's not gone. I think it's just a way of the systems talking to each other that might be a bit of network issues they have to work out, or maybe that's just an issue that you'll have to just deal with. I don't know. But don't worry, when you log in and you see 0 as your sum total of Platinum, you don't actually have 0. It's just that it hasn't registered it yet. Just go to any other page and it'll refresh and you'll be fine. That's only just me saying that for a PSA, just in case anyone does this and hears this and then freaks out after they see all their Platinum 0 out. Because some people have a lot of Platinum. You can either get it by trading with other players in game, or you can just buy it yourself, in which case that might be pretty expensive. So if you have like $200 or $300 or $500 even worth of Platinum, the last thing you want is to see that number wind up as a 0 when you log in. That might give some people a minor ulcer. So just a PSA from good old Nick.
Just a heads up for you.
Yeah, last thing you want to see all your premium currency 0 out. But you're fine. So yeah, that about covers everything. I have linked, or we will link in this video's description. By the time you're hearing this, we definitely will have a link in the description which will actually take you to the cross-save page for Warframe. That'll walk you through the steps of kind of doing it yourself. It'll also have the FAQs, which will cover basically everything we mentioned in game. We've mentioned in video. Goodness. I just thought I'd pull it all together in one singular video for ease of digestion. and all the big issues that might particularly be asked. The real FAQs, if you will. As well as a PSA, which is not covered in the FAQs.
There you go.
So yeah, there you go. Warframe has crossplay now, or cross-save now. It has crossplay. Now it has cross-save, so yay! We can all play together as one happy family.
Are we
now we
family
can
yet?
Now we can commit war crimes across all platforms. There's gonna be some crazy kill counts on the counts. I swear to God, if they migrate all the data over, I swear there's gonna be one guy who has just an insane kill count of like 200 million or something like that. God save the AI. But anyways, yep, that's about covers it then. Unless Justin, who doesn't really do much with Warframe, if anything at all, because he doesn't play it, has anything else to add?
Not really, no. It's, I mean, I would say at this point, for a lot of online games, it's basically almost what you'd consider an industry standard type of thing you'd want to do to centralize an account, allowing a player to be able to play on whatever console or whatnot platform they want.
Yeah.
So,
how far we've come.
Yes, it's been so long. I remember the olden days.
I remember
long ago.
I remember the old days of the walled garden. If you played on PlayStation, you were stuck on PlayStation. If you played on Xbox, you were stuck on Xbox.
You played on the console. We had this thing called the console wars.
I think all the console wars, honestly.
Long ago. You know what kind of service I put into this?
Honestly, man. I mean, hey, it all started with Nintendo and their stupid walled garden, and then Sega came along, and that's where the console war started. And they've just kind of been raging in some form or another to almost this day.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this could be a jump-off point to us talking about the streaming services, but that's a whole other video.
That's a whole other video for another day.
Maybe we'll cover that in an expose of, like, the industry, the future of the industry, or at the very least, the corporations running this industry want to potentially see come to pass, a la full of subscriptions and you own nothing. But again, another video for another day. That is the sections if you want to hear it, though. But yeah, no, so that's it. Have a good week, everyone, and enjoy the new era of cross-save we live in. I certainly will be. Playing Warframe on my phone. That comes to be.